The Silent Blood, a story about Rhesus factor, miscarriage, and the hidden danger many couples never hear about. The rain fell heavily across the small town of Umudike as Sofia sat alone inside a dimly lit room, her hands trembling around a pregnancy test. Positive. Fear immediately replaced the joy in her eyes. At just 22 years old, unmarried and terrified of disgrace, Sofia believed her life was over. Her boyfriend at the time had disappeared the moment she told him about the pregnancy. Her mother was deeply religious. Her church condemned pregnancy outside marriage. The whispers from neighbors alone would destroy her. Desperate and ashamed, Sofia secretly visited a small local clinic recommended by a friend. The procedure was quick, painful, silent, and afterward, life continued as though nothing had happened. But heaven had recorded everything. Months later, Sofia met Daniel, a kind and hardworking man who loved her sincerely. He knew nothing about the pregnancy she ended. For the first time in years, Sofia felt peace. They got married in a beautiful church wedding surrounded by dancing, laughter, and prayers for children. And soon, Sofia became pregnant again. But 3 months later, she lost the baby. The doctors called it a miscarriage. People comforted her. Don't worry, they said. You're still young. A year later, she became pregnant again. Again, she miscarried. Then again, and again. Each loss drained the light from her eyes. The joy in their home slowly disappeared. Daniel tried to stay strong, but pressure from family began to rise. His mother, Mama Daniel, became bitter. What kind of woman cannot keep a pregnancy? She snapped one evening. Sofia cried herself to sleep almost every night. Some people whispered that she was cursed. Others claimed she had committed hidden sins. But nobody knew the secrets she carried in silence. One afternoon after another painful miscarriage, Sofia was referred to a specialist at a larger hospital in the city. That was where she met Dr. Adeze. The doctor reviewed her files quietly, then ordered several blood tests. 2 days later, Sofia and Daniel sat nervously inside the doctor's office while rain tapped softly against the windows. The doctor adjusted her glasses and looked gently at Sofia. Sofia, she said softly, your test results are back. Sofia held her breath. You are Rh negative, and your body has already developed Rh antibodies. Daniel frowned in confusion, but Sofia's face slowly turned pale. The doctor continued carefully. When an Rh negative woman develops Rh antibodies, it means her immune system has become sensitized to Rh positive blood. She pulled her chair closer. In future pregnancies with an Rh positive baby, those antibodies can cross the placenta and attack the baby's red blood cells. This condition is called Rh sensitization, also known as Rh disease. Sofia lowered her head as memories of her miscarriages rushed back into her mind like storms she could never escape. The doctor spoke gently. The pregnancy may still succeed, she explained, but the risks become higher. She began counting softly. Miscarriage, severe anemia in the baby, jaundice after birth, swelling in the baby's body called hydrops fetalis, and in severe cases, stillbirth. Tears rolled down Sofia's cheeks. So, does that mean I can never become a mother? She whispered. The doctor quickly shook her head. No, Sofia, many women with Rh antibodies still have babies. But the pregnancy becomes high risk and needs close medical care from specialists. Daniel squeezed Sofia's trembling hand tightly. The doctor continued. We can check antibody levels regularly, monitor the baby with ultrasound scans, test blood flow in the baby's brain for anemia, and in severe cases even give blood transfusions to the baby before birth. Sometimes we may deliver the baby early if necessary. Hope slowly returned to Sofia's eyes. Then Dr. Adeze added one final warning. Once Rh antibodies are formed, the usual anti-D injection can no longer remove them. Anti-D is mainly used to prevent sensitization before antibodies develop. The room became silent again. That is why early testing during pregnancy is very important, the doctor said firmly. Blood group, Rh factor, antibody screening. Sofia looked down at her shaking hands. For the first time in years, she understood what had been destroying her pregnancies. The doctor later explained further. The Rhesus factor is a protein found on red blood cells. If you have it, you are Rh positive. If you do not have it, you are Rh negative. Problems can happen when the mother is Rh negative, the father is Rh positive. The baby inherits Rh positive blood. During pregnancy, miscarriage, abortion, or delivery, some of the baby's blood can mix with the mother's blood. The mother's body may then create antibodies against Rh positive blood. In future pregnancies, those antibodies can attack the baby's blood cells, causing miscarriage, severe anemia, stillbirth, and dangerous complications during pregnancy. The condition is called Rh incompatibility. The doctor also explained something many women never hear. A miscarriage or abortion does not automatically make a woman unable to give birth again. The danger mainly happens when the mother is Rh negative. She does not receive the protective anti-D injection, or unsafe procedures damage the womb or tubes. With proper medical treatment, many women with Rh incompatibility still have healthy babies. For the next year, Sofia was closely monitored during another pregnancy. Every hospital visit filled her with fear. Every stomach pain made her panic. But this time, she was not alone. The doctors watched the baby carefully. Daniel never left her side. And slowly, month after month, hope survived. Then one bright morning, after hours of labor and tears, the cry of a newborn baby filled the hospital room. Sofia burst into tears as the nurse placed a healthy baby girl into her arms. Daniel fell to his knees, thanking God. Years later, Sofia became known in nearby communities for educating young women about reproductive health and Rhesus factor awareness. One afternoon, she stood before a group of pregnant women inside a community clinic, holding her daughter gently against her chest. Some women listened with tears in their eyes. Others held their pregnancy cards tightly. Sofia smiled softly and said, "Many women are suffering because they simply do not know. Test early. Know your blood group. Know your Rh factor. Because one small injection can save a future child." And for the first time in many years, the silence around her pain finally began to save lives. The end. Awareness message. One injection could save future pregnancies. Know your blood group. Test for Rh factor. And never ignore medical care after miscarriage or abortion.